Hello, receiving students 6 is and receiving teachers. Thank you. You may be seated. All right. With me, I have a paper of what you looked at in your previous lesson. This is an example of what you looked at in your previous lesson. You can see there you can see the functions of an airplane. Now we'll look at what this is. What simple machines are found there. The function of this was done by group 4. Okay, this was done by group 4, and they constructed this model of a toy, and it functioned by, they said that you could throw that up into the air. Now we are going to have one member from the group 4 to explain what simple machines can you find on that aeroplane. One or two simple machines that you can find.
You can find an inclined plane, which is its wings, and wheel and axle, which is its propeller, which helps it to fly.
Thank you very much. Very good. Okay, so those are two simple inclined planes, two simple machines that you can find on an aeroplane. Thank you very much. That was done by group 4. So after planning this, they decided to come up with the model itself. And the function of it is when you throw it up into the air, it functions, probably it flies. We also have some of the simple machines and models that was done in our previous lessons here. Right, on screen right now you can see some of those models that was done by the students. Okay, most of them did the one that has wheel and axle, and its function, when you pull it, it rolls. Okay, that's another one there, similar one, another similar one. Most people did wheel and axle, and a function or model of a toy car. Right, very good. Now, class and receiving students and teachers, today we move on to a new strand, and our new strand is Earth and Beyond. The sub-strand, our Earth and its origin. Now, receiving teachers, this would be learning outcome 6.4.1. Our topic for today, the formation of the Earth and traditional version of the formation of the Earth we will be looking at in today's lesson. And this is, of course, lesson number 84. Right, class and the receiving students, the formation of the Earth. Have you ever wondered how the Earth was formed? Or have you ever listened to stories of how the Earth was formed? Interesting, huh? Class? Well, very good. It's good to see that some of you in the receiving students, some of you have been doing some of your own readings in the library, which is good. So as some of our friends here in the model class. Okay, but for today's lesson, we will be looking at some traditional stories. Story Tumbuna, how the earth was formed according to our ancestors. You know some stories? Okay, good. Some people are saying yes, they are very good. Some of us in the model class, you know, have you heard of some stories of how the earth was formed? Some yes, some no. Okay, good. Very good. Now, today we will be writing about some of those stories, or we will tell our friends some of those stories. I will begin by introducing you to a story. Now, before we start on the story, let us look at the activity instruction. Right, this will be the activity instruction. We have two activities. Let's see the first one. Here we go. Let's hear a legend. That's our activity for today. Okay, instruction A. You listen carefully to the legend and answer the following question. Right, in your mind, what is the title of the legend? And who is the main character? Or who are the main characters? Have that question in mind. You got those questions in mind? Good. Now, let us hear a story. Receiving teachers. The story that I will read is taken from this book. If you have this book here, if you have this book, you can turn to page 192. The story will be taken from this book written by Elizabeth Rice. It's the science outcomes for grade 6. Right. Receiving students and class, you all want to hear the story? Good. Now remember those two questions. Remember the title and the characters of the story. Let us start our story. This story is from the highlands region of Papua New Guinea. Now this story originates from Enga province. Here we go. The story reads, Putimanda, the mother of the lake. A very long time ago, there lived a brave man called Putikali. He lived with his wife, Putimanda, in the Amyapka Valley. Okay, so he lived with his wife in the Amyapka Valley. One day, Putikali said to his wife, I'm going to Birib, the place you came from. The wife became sad. Putikali showed her his plan of life. He said to her, if I am killed in the fighting, the plant will bow down. If I am not killed, the plant will stay the same. Putimanda kept a close watch on the plant, and one day saw that it had bowed down. She wept and wept. Next day, she left her house early and journeyed towards Birib. When she came to the big river, she stopped to have a drink of water. She followed the river upwards. At last, she came to the source of the river. It was running from the head of a man and flowing through her husband's body. When she touched Putikali's body, there was a sudden fire and an explosion, and an enormous hole was formed in the ground, and the water and everything in it boiled. Everyone from around the area came to see the fire. and the steam going high into the sky from the volcanic lake that had been made. Putimanda became the mother of the lake. There is a strong belief that if anyone should see Putimanda around the lake, then one of their big men will die within a week. Right. Class and receiving students, did you enjoy that story? Okay, that is the story of how they believe the lake came to be. Right, let's go back to our questions. See if you can remember those two questions I asked you very quickly. What is the title of the legend? Madhu, what is the title of the legend? Receiving students?
The mother of the lake.
The mother of the lake. Okay, good. Very good, receiving students. Okay, it is called Putimanda, the mother of the lake. Victoria, you know the characters? Or who was one of the character? Melisha. Victoria? Melisha will help you. Okay, Melisha, help your sister. Receiving students, very good. You know the answer. Okay, let's hear from Melisha.
Putimanda and her husband.
Putimanda and her husband, Puti Kali. Okay, you are going to be saying, you are going to be doing similar kind of thing. You are going to tell your friends the story, but you are going to tell it through those drawings. You see those drawings that were coming up? Okay, the last one was taken from this book, but the other drawings were done by a grade 5 student, a small grade 4 student, who helped me put those drawings together for you to see. That is what you are going to be doing. Okay, let's see what you're going to do. B, draw a picture about an interesting part of the story and write the title. Rather, first one, you have to find out about the local stories before you do that. So you find the local stories that explain the formation of something just like what we had, like the mountain, an island, a swamp, a lake, or a river. So just like our story, in your groups you are going to very quickly come up with a story. Some of you can draw. Receiving students, you do that and get that down into your student books. Okay, you got down one story there. You have a story. Get down a story of how things began, like a mountain, an island, a swamp, a lake, or anything from any area. All right, class and the receiving students, it's very good to see that every one of you are busy. I know you haven't quite finished by now, but we will take a look at one of our groups here in the class, and we have Vanessa's group. They will present to us what they are or where they are at so far. Okay, so most of you, I think you would be in the same booth as the same situation as Vanessa's group. Okay, Vanessa, what has your group come up with so far?
Our group came up with the title, How the Sun Became One, and we're still at the start of it. We're still writing the story.
Right. How the sun became one?
It's not right. One day there was a man and a woman who lived in a village, and 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 the lady gave birth to a boy, and the husband warned the wife not to take the boy out to the sun, because they had 7 sons and the heat was really hot. And one day when the man went hunting, the wife brought the son out and accidentally dropped the umbrella, and the heat of the sun killed the boy.
Oh. Sad. Yeah? Okay, the heat of the sun killed a boy. Now, who's doing the drawing in your group? Okay, Brenda is doing the drawing. Who's doing the writing? One. And who told the story in the group?
Victoria.
Victoria told the story. Very good. Okay, receiving students, you should have done the same, but unfortunately our time has come to the end. Right, let us look at our key phrase for today. Our key phrase for today, we have been looking at traditional creation stories. That's our key phrase for today. Now, the following are the materials for the next lesson. With that, thank you very much, class and the receiving students. Have a nice day with your teacher.